other champions slide through. So people was flying to this weekend. They wasn't flying to LA. They wasn't flying to New York. They was flying to Omaha. Oh yeah, they was flying to Omaha. New York was in the building. LA was in the building. All over the nation was in the building this weekend. So shouts out to B&B Sports Academy, Team Crawford team. Oh, so cool. Nelson for knocking mugs out first of all. You know, Brother King said there's a black Terrence in every neighborhood. You don't want to fight nobody from Omaha. I keep telling y'all, baby. But now it's time to come together and use that intelligence. So it was a great event. The ability to bring all ethnicities together. It was the greatest parade I've seen in Omaha, because most parade are slanted to a certain people or ethnicity or tradition. Oh no, this one was celebrating our neighbor, baby. Y'all talking about loving thy neighbor. Saturday was a great demonstration of loving thy neighbor. Without a doubt, baby. Tens of thousands of people came out for it. Oh yeah, King Crawford, Omaha, y'all showed out. Yeah, Omaha, y'all showed out. I'm telling, y'all trying to show out Omaha. Oh yeah, baby, without a doubt, baby. They was flying in Omaha. We had New York in the building, LA in the building, over at Butler Gas. 25 amateur fighters, man. We were talking smack. The best, without a doubt, amateur fighters in the Midwest. Kansas City. What you want? They were in the building. Sioux City was in the building. Des Moines was in the building. Lincoln was in the building. Grand Island was in the building. Hastings was in the building. Fremont was in the building. Omaha was in the building. Council Bluffs was in the building. Oh yeah, the best of the best of who was in the building. Oh yeah, baby. They was flying into Omaha. They wasn't flying to LA, New York City. Shouts out to the mayor. Oh yeah, shouts out to the mayor for coordinating. Oh yeah, it was a great coordination. And representation of love thy neighbor. Without a doubt, baby, Terrence Crawford, Team Crawford, was able to bring all ethnicities together. Religions, creeds, all everybody. Sick as shed in, I seen them all. A great day, a great event. I went to the Million Man March. I'm a Million Man Marcher, and that I did feel God that day. Saturday, oh yeah, God was in the building, baby. God was in the building. So we want to thank all those that came out and celebrated our brother, Team Crawford. Shouts out again to the mayor for selling some property for $1. We need some more, mayor. We need some more, mayor. But we appreciate you. Now they'll be able to expand and create even more greatness here in North Omaha. Without a doubt, baby. Oh yeah. It went down this weekend. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Oh yeah, baby. The world know who we are. And they can't go back. 95.7 The Boss, y'all. Again, today is Tell the Truth Tuesday, 7/22. Oh yeah, we the only research radio station in the world. Our goal is to modify our behavior so we're better individuals, better family members, and better citizens. What's wrong with being a little bit better? Oh yeah, we put it in practice over here, baby. We put it in practice. You can expect other people to lie, cheat, steal, try to rob and kill you. This is the Americans. But if you don't lie to yourself, you'll keep your head on a swivel. You won't let those, those people that's gonna bring some ill to your life. You'll recognize, you're not gonna tolerate abuse. We do things here different. We do things a little bit different here at 95.7 The Boss because I'm from the community. So y'all simulcast. Oh man, that's why I whoop that ass without a doubt. They can't hang with us, baby. You know why? Because we created localism. We smarts over here. Our young people will be going to school tomorrow. Our young people will be going to school tomorrow. I gotta get my ego on. They're going to school tomorrow, y'all. We got to make sure that we put them in the best position of success. We want to thank all those community organizations that create a conduit of opportunity in regards to supplying school supplies for our young people. You know, everybody, this is a capitalist society, and y'all like to hoard. Y'all don't like to share all the time. But we appreciate those that share. Oh yeah, we appreciate you that share, and we pray that you get add some more days on your life. Oh yeah. See, I work for a different type of God. Sometimes they call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. I'm not the traditionalist. I'm not from theology. I'm from neology. My mama couldn't read and write. She couldn't read y'all children books. She couldn't read y'all Bible. She couldn't read y'all Quran. But she had neology. Ethics and loyalty. Something that y'all don't teach on this Tell the Truth Tuesday. You know how we do it here, 95.7 The Boss, man. 7:25. I don't know if I got some guests or not. I might. But again, I just want to give shouts out to all those that made this weekend happen. It was a historical weekend. When people doubt you, see when people doubt you, see, we from North Omaha. Oh yeah, we already know the odds. And if you're a black male or a black boy, the incarceration rate, we died earlier than any other zip code in Omaha. See, these are the facts. See, y'all be reading cartoons while I'll be reading facts. I'm gonna drop some science on y'all. We're destroyed because of lack of knowledge, and I could hoard this information, but I ain't afraid of competition. So when you're an All-American, a Hall of Famer, how can you be afraid of competition? Bring the competition on. So I don't mind telling you the good news. Nah, I don't mind telling you because it's going to give you an opportunity. The FCC is going to be opening up a new window for new radio stations. You heard it here first at The Boss, baby. Ain't nobody else going to tell you nothing. See, remember, it's Tell the Truth Tuesday, so I got to tell the truth, baby. You better not call me and ask me no question, though. Yeah, I ain't Wonder Woman. But this is an opportunity that you can take advantage of. The same legislation is being utilized again in regards to opening up a new window for new radio stations. I develop a consultant team to help you with the application process. You have to have an engineering study. I've been through the process, baby. I already got the boss team, the boss consultant team. which includes an attorney and engineering. We got the one-stop shop. So if you have a foreign language, you're a new immigrant and you want to reach your people and you want to have your own radio station like The Boss, I can help you. I can guide you through that process so you have a super competitive opportunity. See, they want to bring the competition on, baby. Let's bring the competition on. You know, we got a lot of passive aggressive behavior in this community. You know, I gotta tell the truth, y'all. What's up, brother Courtney? Brother Jackson, I think they got a concert over at Greater New Hope. Drop that science in there, brother Jackson, when your concert is. But like I said, we got a lot of passive aggressive behavior here in Omaha. You know, my degree is in behavioral science. Oh yeah, shouts out to Midland Lutheran College. They call it Midland University in Fremont, Nebraska. Yeah, we smart over here, baby. So we got a lot of passive aggressive behavior. And you know, sometimes I'm in the midst of it. So young people, I know you're getting ready for school. So, oh yeah, it's gonna be the education. We're gonna be teaching, as well you young adults and as well as your old adults, because you're ready for me to drop your name on this Tell the Truth Tuesday. Now, I ain't saying I ain't perfect, and sometimes I do things on purpose. But we got a lot of passive aggressive behavior that's going on. You know, some people I'm gonna tell you an example. But I'm the boss, baby. I grew up here. See, y'all don't recognize. See, these are things, the ethics that my mama taught me. She said, if someone treats you good, you treat them better because you might need them one day. See, my mama batting 1,000. My mama batting 1,000. And my daddy always would say, oh, son, go straight. Son, go straight. So I can recognize crookedness immediately. Oh, I don't got no tickets. Oh, this, all that. Come on, man. The Trojan Free of Omaha is having their 3rd anniversary, October the 1st, 5 o'clock at Great New Hope. Oh, yeah, that's the church I grew up in. That's why they call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. So like I said, passive aggressive behavior. So, you know, you might not get the invite. But they don't know that you the man or you the woman and you already got the invite. They just put you in charge. So you always got these what do you call them? Gatekeepers. I'm telling you, young people, if you want something done, you gotta go to the decision maker. You gotta go around the gatekeeper, because the gatekeeper sometimes don't invite you because you're not in a circle, or they got a grudge, or they haven't forgiven you. Oh yeah, baby. But over here at the Boss, I tell everyone the best revenge is success. Without a doubt, baby, the best revenge is success. Just step your game up. refine your skills, manifest your God-given talents. Oh yeah, that's the best revenge. Got no time to be hating on no one. You just recognize the passive aggressive behavior that you might be feeling. Don't get emotional. You need that emotion to manifest your greatness. So here on this Tell the Truth Tuesday, y'all know who I'm talking about. Sometimes they don't invite the boss, the gatekeepers. I know if I'm dealing with it, you dealing with it. I'm telling you how you get around it. I'm telling you how to get around it. Just walk through it. Oh yeah, baby. Do like Moses did. That's what I did. I just kept on walking. And then by the time I got to the door, it was love. Because they know the boss. They know the work that you put in. They know that you had loyalty, you have ethics. They know that your family comes from here. Gatekeeper. So that's just a lesson. You know, I like to send subliminal messages. I'm trying not to drop names because people be whining and crying. What's up, Instagram? You know, sometimes we are a research radio station, man. So I gotta teach on the mental. We gotta give without doubt credit when credit's due. The mayor and Tommy Warren and all that crew and Moxie and the collaboration of many different people from different political parties to make this happen, to show respect to one of our neighbors, one of our brothers. It was great. So we want to acknowledge everyone that participated in that greatness. Some was mad because they didn't get on stage. Some was mad because whatever. Enjoy the ambiance. Enjoy the love for your neighbor. I keep telling you, baby, greatness comes from Omaha. And if the world's going to change, it's going to happen here. Even the meaning of Omaha means to go against the current. Shouts out to my native brothers and sisters. We'll keep it rolling, y'all. You know how we do here at 95.7 The Boss. We actually love our neighbors. Why you gotta be so rude? I don't even know what's got me on. I know that you say you want us to be too.
I hear you crying, struggling, trying to get through this time. Good days are coming, bringing you joy and a little peace of mind. I know that life can be unfair. I know you feel deserted by the ones who pretend they're on your side. The world has heard the words they say, the endless lies that all will be okay. How can something like this happen today? I hear you crying, struggling, trying to get through this time. Good days aren't coming, bringing you joy and a little peace of mind. I know that children are dying. I know your happiness has come and gone. Like a thief in the night, took everything. Oh, I feel a little weak, tired of all the violence of this world. I feel such a shame inside. Oh, the shame in my heart. There has got to be a way. Crying, struggling, trying to get through this time. It'll lead up every time. I hear you crying. They're coming. People watching their dreams fall apart, screaming to you with all their heart. I'm alive, but our leaders can't be found. People pray with all their strength, wanting only to leave again. When and where, I don't care. It is time to tell the truth. I hear you crying. They're coming. I hear you crying.
All right, y'all. We'll keep it going this morning on this Tell the Truth Tuesday. Oh yeah, that's Arno, North High graduate. We'll keep it rolling, y'all, my man. Afterlife, J Real, Louis L. Mackin, boss with us this morning. It's called Tell the Truth Tuesday, y'all. Boss with me.
Talk to the streets for a minute. That all started out in history. Wanted to get cash that he grew up with. Well, let the clip blast. Slugged to this whole front door and gave him whiplash. His homies tried to jump on the G right after gym class. It's out here balling on them things that we going through now. Never thought things would change. He backed me up when I was in court for letting them hangers swing. Beefing with them, they knew my nana's name. I was a little badass kid. I could get some dope, test them, kiss you goodnight without a mistletoe. Having the game on lock. It's in the figure four. The homies that he looked up to was ass flipped the coat. He was a big fish out with some small fries. They plan was to murder this kid, and I was the fall guy. And I remember the night that I was hog-tied, 450-400 block, the apartheid. But these are the days he hit the back streets. His coach said he had real potential to be an athlete, and he still do, because he turned his hood into a track meet and gunned his enemigos down. You could have cheese. So if you're living so fast, you need to slow it down. Heavy is the head that wears it, but you can hold the crown grinding on these north side streets. It's hard to maintain. Little kids is out here dying. It's all the same thing. But I could look in his eyes, see the judge her. You never knew her brother was blood. She caught the slugs first, the pain is just too much to bear. But the drugs work, walking through the gray yard at night, just to hug dirt. Through all the years with my fallen peers, when you get the call, you know the dawn is near. I give it all to have my partners here. Paul Bear sitting in Carmen's chair. This killer Paul, we some martyrs here. I know my homies done, been through a lot, but we still stand. My baby mama say I ain't. She need a real man, but ever since Jimbo been gone. And they kill brain, it's hard to even focus out here, let alone feel pain. Cause even on the sunniest days, I can feel rain, and they say keep my head on the clouds. Cause times are healed, Jay. My times is now, we gon' have it all. My time is now, and I'd rather ball. So they say.
Till things start getting clearer. Till things start start getting clearer. Whoa. Till things start getting clearer, I'll be looking through the smoke that's in my mirror. Till things start getting clearer. Till things start getting clearer. Till things start getting clearer, I'll be looking through the smoke that's in my mirror. Things start getting clearer.
One person is dead. Another person has been arrested after a shooting early yesterday morning. Omaha police got a call. This is about 4 o'clock regarding gunfire at the charges. The suspect with murder and weapons charges.
The smoke that's in my mirror, my things start getting clearer. The smoke that's in my mirror.
Again, tomorrow, school starts all over. Make sure we have, driver etiquette tomorrow. Make sure that we're safe. There's gonna be a lot of bus drivers out there, a lot of children on the streets, and so let me make sure that we are following the laws when it comes to those buses out there. So, boss will be this morning. Tracy Davis.
You got a strange way about you, kinda crazy, but I love you just the same. 'Cause you, oh, you make me wanna do everything. Just a crazy fool, lost in the world of love I get from crazy you. Oh, I'm so strung out, thinking about the crazy things you do. Crazy you.
Oh yeah, keep boss with me this morning, y'all.
Yeah.
We could roll it. Surrender, boss with me.
We get down, baby, don't you run away. Explore inside your ocean, yeah, let me run away. You know nobody got you like I got you, keep you safe. And if you ever need me, I won't be a minute. We get down, baby, don't you run away. Explore inside your ocean, yeah, let me run away. You know nobody got you like I got you, keep you safe. And if you ever need me, I won't be a minute. Gotta keep my guard up, my heart playing defense. But you know we stuck to each other like we a ceiling. Sometimes when we fight it, I wish we could just leave it. Every time we lie to each other, why do we believe it? I don't wanna fight no more. Pull up on you in the night, do you right no more? From the minute that I met you, yeah, I knew your word. It ain't easy when it's feeling, can you trust my words? I'll pick up my phone and answer your calls. We ain't gotta argue, don't need reason to fall. Your presence is a drug and your love is a buzz. We get down, baby, don't you run away. Explore inside your ocean, yeah, let me run away. You know nobody got you like I got you, keep you safe. And if you ever need me, I won't be a minute. We get down, baby, don't you run away. Explore inside your ocean, yeah, let me provide through. Even when I don't have it, I'll still provide for you. If it ever came to it, I'll see that out for you. Flew you out to Cali so that we could change the view. My boo thing, we can make it work like a 9 to 5. I'm staying cloudy, yeah, you know you're mine. These got nothing on you, so you'll be fine. You have my time, tell them to get in line. I'll pick up my phone and answer your calls. We ain't gotta argue, don't need reason to fall. Your presence is a drug and your love is a buzz. We can f out, baby, don't you run away. Explore inside your ocean, yeah, let me ride away. You know nobody got you like I got you, keep you safe. And if you ever need me, I won't be a minute. We can f out, baby, don't you run away. Explore inside your ocean, yeah, let me ride away. You know nobody got you like I got you, keep you safe. And if you ever need me, I won't be a minute. Hood ambassadors.
My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah, they wanna get it, but they never seen the killer. Yeah, they wanna get it, but they never seen the killer.
I look too dapper than Versace and Gucci. My BBS is diabolical, just like Mr. Lucci. I rather count $1 million than to pay for the coupe. See, my mama made a star, but the trap didn't induce me. Yeah, my deliveries lavish, but I spit bars like a Uzi. I'm a monument walking and ain't nobody gonna move me. I was destined for greatness. I'm gifted in sessions. I keep the blicky on me and I'm playing. You keep it in public. I manifested on millions. You can hate it or love it. I'm a diamond in the rough, man. My journey been rugged. All I want is the money. The fame and the haters, you wasn't with me on the grind when I was getting this paper. I'm screaming glory, hallelujah, gotta make me a star. Watch my diamonds get to dancing like I'm Pluto to Mars. I'm amazing when you see me posted up at the bar. Baby girl, she wanna please me, giving to in the car. Why this took so long, I always been phenomenal. I put my blood, sweat, and tears to go and conquer mode. I'm feeling strange when they go and know your name. I was nobody, they ain't care to feel the same. Try to play me, looking plain. My diamonds dancing, MC Hammer on my chain. I made a promise through the fortune and the fame. Change your address, but you always stay the same. A lot of me falling off on Eddie Kane. My view impeccable through the pain. I've been cheating on these new, left a stain. Watch can be a legend, top tier within the game. I'm screaming glory, hallelujah, gotta make me a star. Watch my diamonds get to dancing like I'm Pluto to Mars. I'm amazing when you see me posted up at the bar. Baby girl, she wanna please me, giving to in the car.
My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah, they wanna get it,
yeah.
but they never seen the killer. Yeah, they wanna get
Got a
it,
guest
but
coming
they
in,
never
8:30,
seen the
y'all.
killer. Yeah, they wanna get it, but they never seen the killer. My diamonds get to dancing like Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah, they wanna get it, but they never seen the killer.
As I was mentioning earlier, that we, there's a lot of passive aggressive behavior going on. Love, but it's the fake love. We got to give some real love. We got to give out real love, without a doubt. So again, I want to thank those that made it happen. And Mary Offense, she put it together without a doubt. She showed love to our neighbor, and so we appreciate her. We appreciate B&B, the Crawford team, for doing what they do, being great examples of Omaha, being great ambassadors of Omaha. And as he would say, no one expected it. Ashy elbows, ashy knees. And so if he can do it, we can do it. This is going to be a great opportunity because the door of the world is open to Omaha now. You know, sometimes somebody got to open the door so we all can enter. This is an opportunity where you can get your shine on. So the world is looking at Omaha, y'all. They already know I'm the boss already, but they need to know who you are. What skill sets do you bring? See, you got to recognize that B&B, they ain't selfish, baby. They're not selfish. They let everybody, get some shine. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of that open door, Omaha. And so if you're that author and the world is looking at Omaha, you gotta let them know that you're from Omaha, baby. They already know that we knocking mugs out. They already know that we have the intelligence. They already know we got the loyalty and the ethics because we don't turn our back on our teammates, our team, our home team, and think it's better somewhere else. No. We don't forget where we came from. See, this is the foundation, baby. I went to school with Terrence's dad. He's a state champion, warrior. So here at 95.7 The Boss, man, we talk about, the things that happens. How we going to improve our environment if we don't talk about unethical things? See, I grew up around ethics in Hilltop Projects. I'm proud of it. We kept our word. Our word was bond. Y'all need contracts because y'all don't trust each other. Y'all have no ethics or loyalty. So don't get jealous because someone else is on stage and you didn't make it on stage. Don't get mad because you didn't get the VIP ticket because you know them. We got a lot of passive aggressive behavior. I'm telling you, the door's open. The door's open, and you got to take advantage of the door being open to the world. I'm telling you, baby, people were flying here to Omaha, Nebraska this weekend. I met people from all over the country, specifically coming to the parade, the celebration of our brother Terrence Crawford, Team Crawford, B&B Sports Academy. So we got to redirect that behavior and focus on manifesting your own God-given talents. This is the time, baby. Terrence ain't the only great one around here. He's the greatest fighter pound for pound, without a doubt. But we got great scientists around here. We got great nurses. We got great musicians around here, actors. We got great business women and men around here. It's time to, we got great salesmen. It's time to, we got great product developers here. Greatness comes from here. Now it's time to let The world know that, oh yeah, that black people are in Omaha, Nebraska. They know now. But now it's time for everyone to manifest that greatness. So just take advantage of it. Great teachers, you're right. We got some great teachers because we're smart over here. We got some great teachers. Shouts out to the teachers because they going down tomorrow. You know, without a doubt, some of the best profession is teachers. They provide conduits of opportunity for everybody. Teachers. So parents, oh yeah, man, come on, y'all need to go to the PTA meetings. You need to get involved in your children. Future, quit being lazy. I understand if you got to work. Family members, step up. You quit being lazy. Just trying to chip in, baby. Take a village to raise a child, and all y'all pro-life. I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life. But what if they get 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15? We need to be pro-life on those stages also. Pro-life, it just ain't at birth. So shouts out to the teachers, without a doubt, man. I love my teachers. I wouldn't be here without them. I still get calls and pats on the back from my teachers, my coaches. All right. The day is, again, it's Tell the Truth Tuesday. Here at 95.7 The Boss, we really focus on telling the truth to self because, you can expect other people to lie, cheat, steal, even try to kill you. We're going to open this door up. I'm going to take a real quick break. I'll be right back with you. Boss with me.
Yo.
You are now rocking to the sounds of
Moses in the house. Rolling in my Rango with the dark windows. Sitting in my seat, silver gray 24s. Touchscreen deck with the tweeters on the floor. We got my 15s bumping to the Boss Radio. Niggas love for the old 95.7 rocks the nation. And if you think I'm lying, then you must be player hating. And if you're player hating, then you with that other station. You can't get reception, that's why your ass waiting. Running late for work with your eyes all red. When you knew you should have woke up to the Boss Radio, man. The ones and twos in the back, cutting up in the mix. If you're down with a 402, then you know you are the throw your hands up in the air if you down with the O. From 72nd to late, Hill Street down to the base, and 95.7 is a G, and I'm your number one cat. Instagram, mostly fly, don't forget the Thunder Slide. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. I'm tuned into the Boss, and I'm blapping like that. And you tuned into the radio station that knows the hits. 95.7 The Boss FM. Come on.
All right. That was a guest for the barbershop downstairs. Unique Cuts. We're on top of actually Unique Cuts Barbershop. I gotta be a good neighbor. Make sure everybody's trying to get their hair cut. There's some things to be going. I think Salem, Great Rising. Also to you, Miss Lady. I think Salem is doing haircuts today. Miss Jones is. I think Salem is still doing haircuts. And they're doing the flat iron. They flat iron for the young ladies. I think they had some appointments still available for the young people. And so if you know some young people that need a haircut or young ladies need their hair done, Salem Baptist Church is providing that service, I think, today. So Miss Jones, let me know in the comments if that's still going on. I thought it's still going on today. You have to call over at Salem Baptist Church. If I can get a contact number, I'll get a contact number in the meantime. But there's a lot of Salem members, so gossip, y'all. I know, sometimes see, that's that passive aggressive behavior. So, sometimes just because I talk about y'all don't mean I love y'all, don't love y'all, and y'all can't come on. Tell somebody you're doing great things in the community. Just because I uphold people to their responsibility, uphold me to my responsibility also. I don't have yes men and yes women around me. Our goal is always to get better here at 95.7 The Boss, or even myself as a person. I was raised by my mama. Sure. And just because you're dead and gone don't mean I'm not, doesn't mean I'm gonna behave any different. I was raised by a great mom. So people always want to put you in this box like because they grew up a certain way. No, everybody grew up the way y'all grew up. For real. So on this Tell the Truth Tuesday, oh, thank you. On this Tell the Truth Tuesday, it's the end of the year, y'all. The end of the year is approaching. September is here. We got about 4 more months left in this year. Have you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish? Have you achieved everything you wanted to achieve? Have you recognized who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life? Have you been mistreated? Have you been loved? It's time to do some self-evaluation on this Tell the Truth Tuesday. Like I said, it was a great weekend, but you still deal with a lot of passive aggressive behavior. People perceive that you have something, or they want to get to your position or level, or whatever it is, whatever type of jealousy or human emotion that people are going through, which create the crab in the barrel mentality, or the lack of respect for their elders. See, you younger generation, y'all need to get more respect to your elders. A lot of y'all, and I'm talking to whoever, take it to heart. A lot of individuals that I deal with, they started on my platform. They came through here at one stage of time. Now they're at a different stage, and they forgot where they started from. But I'm gonna tell you, young people, or anyone that appreciate truth. See, I yield to elders, and I don't have no problem with an elder being corrective, as long as they respective. Now, one of my greatest elders, who I respect the most, Dick Davis, he taught me that to remember, and I'm telling you also, because I haven't forgot the disrespect from y'all. I haven't forgot the name calling of my mama. I remember y'all. I document everything. I'm like a Senator Chambers. I just keep my stuff more private. I archive things. And now you got those same people coming back to me and asking for this or asking for that, as if I've forgotten. So, of course, I'm not going to be disrespectful, because I don't have time for that. So I'm going to use it as a teaching moment. I'm going to use it as a teaching moment. And the best way, as my elder would say, remember those that help you on this hand. Oh, yeah, remember those that help you on this hand. And then remember those that did not help you on this hand. Oh, yeah, remember those that did not help you in this hand. And as you continue to do what God wants you to do, Book of Eli. And as God continue to bless you, remember those that help you in this hand first. Because ain't nothing wrong with giving or giving back to those that helped you first. But remember those that did not help you when they come asking. My mama, oh man, I love my mama. Just always taught me, if someone treats you good, treat them better because you might need them one day. I tell everybody I get a yes today because of yesterday work. Oh, y'all got Revenue Hope this morning. I'm the only hope you got. I got a guest coming in from Phil Streams at 8:30. So you might get a little sermon before then. I'm the only hope you got, Revenue Hope. So as I'm telling you, young people, because I'm 58, don't hate on 58. Remember those that help you first as you elevate, as God blesses you, as you walk your journey in life. But as my homeboy would say, God rest his soul, those that didn't help you or might backstab you or whatever, you still feed them, but you feed them with a long handle. They way over there. You still feed them because we represent God. But they're not in our circle no more. See, these are the hard lessons. Everybody's not going to be saved, y'all. See, I had that false narrative until I went to Atlanta. I said, God, you put me in we're going to save the world, God. But when I went to Atlanta, we ain't going to save the world. It's terrible. You better save yourself. You better save your family, save as many people that you love. We ain't gonna be able to save every black person. Because some of y'all Negroes are molesting your children or molesting or raping children. We ain't gonna be able to save everybody. See, today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. I witnessed a young 24-year-old black girl trying to commit suicide. And in the other room, a 2-year-old and 3-year-old, they don't even know their mama tried to commit suicide. And then I hear another black woman dropping her kids off to a 70-year-old grandmother last week, saying, I can't take it no more. See, this is real life, baby. See, at the boss, we're on the ground level. So how are we going to make it through? We got an island burning up, people jumping in the ocean. I keep telling y'all, God's here, and his wife is Mother Nature, and they visiting people for real. I don't know what y'all preacher talking about. I don't know what y'all pastor, y'all bishop talking about. But right now, if we're not providing conduits of opportunities for the next generation, y'all ain't doing nothing. So for those that say they love you, but it's not in their actions, say they respect you, but it's not in their actions. Sometimes you got to change your circle. and step your game up, baby. Ain't no more time for blaming others. It's time to manifest your God-given talents on this Tell the Truth Tuesday. Man, we great for a reason. So we got young people starting back to school. Can't let our children fail. We got to get involved. We got to make sure we get involved. And if our young people need guidance and help because of a mistake, be there. You want some blessings? The best blessing all year is just get a little time to, as my mama would say, how can you hurt a child? It's a beautiful day to some. Some are dealing with tumors. I've been hearing a couple of young brothers with tumors in their head in their 20s. I mean, people are going through real life, y'all. We need as much positive energy as possible right now. All right. So I can deal with it. I'm the boss, baby. But there's going to be opportunities. The FCC, the Federal Communication Commission, is going to be opening a new window for new radio stations all across America. All you need is a nonprofit. You might know someone in southern Mississippi or northern Utah, wherever. It's going to be an opportunity where they can get their own radio stations and speak like I speak. You ain't going to hear nothing like this at any other radio station, baby. We're the boss for a reason. We no copycats. We leaders. We trendsetters. Without a doubt, baby. And we get tough love over here. We ain't soft. We ain't no sucker ducks over here. I'm pro man and woman. How you gonna reproduce? You need a woman. Now you need a woman and a man. Now you want a child. Now you want to reproduce. Now you need a woman and a man. I know it's tough over here. I'm conservative. Women should be competing against women in sports. Ain't no man should be changing up and trying to compete against a woman. Y'all think that's okay? It ain't okay. Somebody got to stand up like a man and talk like it. Man, I'm Reverend New Hope. Sometimes I know I'm the only hope you got. Because we got too many softness going around. No father want their child to be molested. See, I'm from the DSM-3 days. We got all these pedophiles all over, concentrated in North and South Omaha. We gotta make sure that our children have a great route tomorrow. Don't let your 6-7-year-old walk to school by themselves. Are y'all crazy? Get off y'all lazy. We got all these pedophiles in these communities. You're walking around right by a pedophile door or a child molester or a rapist. Right here in our communities, north, south, even in West Omaha, y'all ain't safe either. School starts tomorrow. I want y'all to be on alert. We got to step it up. Ain't no reason why our children should be failing. My mama couldn't read and write, but she was made sure I was able to read and write. How can you get out of the sum of nothing to something? What's your excuse? Y'all didn't pick no damn cotton. Y'all didn't come from Mississippi, Summer, Mississippi, where they had the trial of Emmett Till. Y'all didn't come from there, from the harshest racism. What's your excuse for neglecting your own children, showing a lack of love and time in your own children? Parents got to step up. Tired of this whining and crying, but y'all at the celebration with y'all long nails and colorful hair. Man, I still remember this funeral. It happened a few years ago. I've never been to a funeral like this before. Now it's funny. Don't get mad at me because this is just the truth. I don't know. Black women was born with black hair, and then eventually it changes to gray. I mean, that's how I was used to growing up. I know all the black women I knew grew up. They all had black hair, and then it grew into gray. But I went to a funeral. It was at 4th Street Church several years ago. And when I walked into the funeral, I saw so many color weaves, red, yellow, white, blue, orange. I saw the whole crayon box of hair at the funeral. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on. Let's get back to realness, y'all. Let's get back to some self-pride. Let's get back to some self-love. Today's Tell the Truth Tuesday. I know sometimes y'all don't like me telling the truth. That's all right. Y'all gonna hear it here. We put it in practice. So there's going to be a new window, a new opportunity for radio stations all across the land. If you know someone that has a nonprofit, no matter where they are in the country, I have a consulting team. We can make sure that those applications are very, very competitive. I partner with my man in God, Lee Terry. He is the author of the Local Community Radio Act. This is an opportunity where minority stations can spring up all over the country. We need at least 300 to 500 new radio stations that's owned by Black and other minorities. We have to control our voice. We got to use the Constitution of America, freedom of speech. I would not have this ability. Oh, yes, this ability. I'm going to talk to my cousin Martin. I wouldn't have this ability without the sacrifice of my ancestors. I wouldn't have the ability to speak on this mic, to own a radio station, without the sacrifice of those that came before us. We got to give them credit. Those unsung heroes. Mr. Jefferson said, it starts at home. As an educator for 51 years, from juvenile courts to the schools, going on for 23 years. You can support other people's children, but you can't support your own. Very disappointing. So, before she died, Miss Spurlock, of the Spurlock family, But Miss Spurlock lived in Vegas, and she would watch my show from Vegas, and she would praise me, but also she would feed me when I go to Vegas, and she would make sure that I didn't cuss, I guess. Make sure I was respectful. But she was like a surrogate mother, someone that cared about you, guided you, nurtured you, but also gave you tough love because she was like I was like a son from another mother, and that's what we have to do. We have to be fathers and brothers to other children, mothers and sisters to other children. We have to. That's the foundation of Boys Club and the current foundation of the Boys and Girls Club. It takes a village in order to raise a child, y'all. It honestly does. Teachers, it takes neighbors, it takes peers, it takes relatives, it takes churches, it takes the convenience store man or the how you doing or or the the woman that's working at the uh, community senators here in Omaha, the one that's running Project Embrace or the one that ran CETA. You know, it takes a village in order to raise each child. Parents actually need help. They can't do it all alone. We're mammals. Don't y'all know that? See, we're smart over here. We're mammals, and all mammals need other mammals in order to grow and to nurture. So, so on this Tell the Truth Tuesday, we need each other. I keep telling you the best system, and bring your scholars in because we're smart over here in Omaha. Bring your scholars for MIT, wherever you want to bring them, and let's debate on what's the best system. Is it communism? Is it socialism? Is it capitalism? Or is it mutualism? I'm I'm advocating for mutualism. And I guarantee mutualism will destroy any of your systems. All of your systems are for a certain individual. Communist is for the state. The capitalist is for the self. Socialist, oh, they say it's for everybody, but somebody's controlling the socialist system too. So it's still dominated by those that have versus that those that do not. Mutualism is kind of like a system where we had when they had the trading posts here in America and in South America, and before they even had the dollar and the cents, it was like that. We traded our skills, we traded fur, we traded our building skills, we traded our health knowledge. It was called a mutualism. It was beneficial to work with each other. It was beneficial to both. We need to get back to that methodology before the so-called intermediary came into the system, which y'all call money. Before then, we traded skill sets. We need to behave more like the Amish. So we need to start showing love to all our neighbors and take the great qualities of all of them. All right. And so even when I went down to South Carolina and I met um I was at a conference, an internet conference, and I met some white brothers, and they're from Kentucky, and you hear all these stereotypes, cause they hillbillies. And but you hear stories also of that there were certain Quakers and certain white folks that didn't believe in the owning of others. And you hear about abolitionists from these hillbillies because everybody think they part of this mass hysteria. But no, 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 no. You got to explore America. Just because they from the South don't mean that they participated. So this past Saturday, when the mayor called the celebration for Terrence Crawford and the ability for all ethnicities to come together, man, that was so great. That was great. Now, all year without a doubt, we have one of those representative, one of the organizations that do the same thing. And she's here. The representative is here right now. I'm gonna take a small, quick break. We'll get her all set up. But this organization does the same thing on a daily basis. They bring all ethnicities, all over this community together on a daily basis, and prove that we all are necessary. And they call the Boys and Girls Club. Every day, 7 days a week. I think they do go home on Sundays. I think they do. Do y'all work on Sundays? Who do you work for?
Film Streams.
Oh, that's right. Film Stream do the same thing, but Boys and Girls Club, they coming in a little bit later. Boys Club, oh man, and the Girls Club, oh. So Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. I'm gonna take a quick break. We do got our guests in, and there's a actual very special showing coming up in the next couple of weeks. I want you guys all to participate and take advantage of the history, the great history, and again, an act of loving thy neighbor. It's actually an act of loving thy neighbor. When you can highlight someone else's community, it highlights you. It highlights you. And this is another great example and a continuance of this past weekend. Man, this past weekend, I've never seen most parades are directed to a ethnicity or a certain holiday or certain celebration of time. No, this was a celebration of one of our neighbors. And it was so grand to see young people to see the demonstration of actual love. I think it was so necessary. Shouts out to all the history catchers that were down there. There were so many history catchers, all the photographers, all the videographers, and even all the amateurs that was taking pictures. All that goes in history. All that is documented history. And so I just want to pat Omaha on the back, the Bluffs, all of Nebraska. I mean, I met people from all over Nebraska and Iowa, Kansas. I mean, actually, people actually flew in from New York and LA, all over America. You know, I feel like it was like Hollywood. I wouldn't call it Hollywood. I call it Omaha Wood. How about that? But that's how it felt. That's how it felt. It felt that presence of we the stars. And so, man, I want to just applaud y'all again, Omaha, the Birds of Bluffs, but I also want to thank the mayor specifically for recognizing one of her constituents. See, that's what real politicians do, baby. You recognize your constituents. We're gonna take a quick break. I got a very special guest coming in. I know you guys like movies. I always wanted to be a motion picture cameraman. That was always my dream. It started when I was a young lad at 13. I think it was 14. During summer youth. That's why summer youth and exposing, especially those 13, 14, 15-year-olds to new opportunities. Had an opportunity to go on my first TV set. And I said, dang, that's what I want to do. I want to be a motion picture cameraman. And so that's why I'm still in communication, because I experience as a young person. This young lady, she goes to the movies every day. She goes to the movies every day. I envy her, without doubt. But I got her number, y'all. I got her number. So I'm gonna share her though. I'm gonna share her in that great venue. They bring in independent films through not only from this community but throughout the United States and the world. We have a lot of filmmakers. Uh, we have a lot of filmmakers here, and we want to let you guys know that there's a conduit opportunity to expose your art to a wider audience. And so we're going to talk about not only what they got coming up, but what other opportunities or what other other partnerships exist. So so not only they can manifest by providing that conduit of opportunity, but you can manifest your arts. All right. We'll take a quick break. So what are we gonna play? What are we gonna play? Again, today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. We encourage you to tell the truth, and it's mainly telling the truth to yourself. So if you need to complete school, if you know you need to maybe go get some chemical dependency help, maybe you need to make a phone call from someone that you need to say hello to. Today is about telling the truth to yourself. And then also, we encourage you to accept constructive criticism because it's actually a criticism of love. I used to get a lot from my coaches and my mama and them, but it's actually a criticism of love that to build you up. All right, we put it in practice here in 95.7 The Boss. And we call today, oh yeah, Tell the Truth Tuesday. We're going to give so much to the Lord. We're going to be right back with you. Boss with us.
My situations, they don't define me. There's more to me than what you see. I'm more than a conqueror. I'm an overcomer, survivor. That's why I win. Don't stop believing. This is your season. Name it, claim it. It's yours. I am determined to run this race I'm given. His grace is the reason why I'm made. My life is changing. I'm rearranging. New walk, new talk, new heights. I'm gaining. Don't stop believing. This is your season. Name it, claim it. It's yours. It's yours. Leaning on the everlasting arms of God. Leaning on the everlasting arms of God. It's your season. Don't stop leaning on the everlasting arms of God. This is a message. Pay close attention. You're committed to your No hesitation or procrastination. Give thanks, embrace your new season. Yeah, don't stop believing. This is your season. Name it, claim it, it's yours. It's yours. Don't stop believing. This is your season. Name it, claim it, it's yours.
That song was Christ Love Praise. They call that season. They call that song Seasons. And over here we're God loving. You know, I don't fear God. You know, I had an older young lady. She said, and I'm a scientist. She said, you can't occupy two thoughts can't occupy at the same time or whatever. So I can't love and hate at the same time. So why I choose? I love God. So like I love my mama. I didn't fear my mom. I loved her, so I respected and I behaved because I loved her, not because I feared her. Similar to my dad. We should not be putting fear in our children. We should be teaching respect and love, and that's why they should revere making great decisions. And so that's what we do here at The Boss, baby. We smart. I went to a liberal arts college. Shouts out to Midland University. Oh yeah, Fremont. I got a very special guest. Her name is so unique. You know, I used to stutter, y'all. Y'all know I used to stutter. And then they bring all these individuals with all these different syllables and all of this stuff. So you know how these stars are, Omaha. You know how these stars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm gonna let this young lady introduce herself. She goes to the movies every day. I remember I used to sneak into the Admiral, y'all. I gotta tell them all my secrets. You know, because man, there's nothing like the movie. There's nothing like having the ability to imagine for 2 hours. There's nothing like it, y'all. And so she has the privilege to give you that ability. You know, if you're having a hard day, you can go holler at her for 2 hours. She could take you to a different world.
Amen.
You know, just for a little bit. And then she could bring you back to reality. You got to go. Well, that's all right. So take that therapy and just reminisce you know, that time that's given to us. So go ahead and introduce yourself, go ahead and introduce your young self, young lady.
Being very kind. Being super kind. My name's Deirdre Hodge.
Deirdre Hodge. Now, where does the Hodge come from? How do you spell Hodge?
My husband's, like the Hajj.
Okay.
H-A-J.
Okay, the Taj Mahal?
No, the Hajj is the trip to Mecca, my friend.
Okay, Mecca. Okay, they got some connections. She got some connections to the prophet Muhammad or something over there. So how you doing over here? How you doing?
Doing well. Thank you for having me here. I've enjoyed listening to you.
Oh, appreciate it. Now let everybody know who you are. DH.
So I am the executive director at Film Streams, and we run 2 cinemas with 4 screens. So we've got the Ruth Sokoloff Theater, which is down on 14th and Mike Fahey Street, right by the big stadium. And then we've got the Dundee Theater, which is on Dodge.
Okay.
Around 50th Street.
Okay, yeah. I just went to a movie over there just recently. I think last year. Dundee.
Well, thank you for coming to the movies, because people have forgotten that we used to gather and watch stories together.
I love the movies. That streaming TV, you never know what's live or what's Memorex.
Right.
I rather watch live TV shows so you know what's going on. When you get into the streaming world, you don't know what time, what day it is.
Right.
But when you go to the movies, the actual movies, the smell of real popcorn.
Mm-hmm. And we do have real popcorn. Like
Right.
we pop our popcorn. We have
Right.
real butter. We got the cheapest tickets in town because we're a nonprofit.
Uh-huh.
So we raise money to talk about, the art of film
Right.
and have discussions around that.
Right.
That's what's really important to us. And I miss people gathering together because, I don't want to leap right to this. We talked about the Boys and Girls Club, and we do work with them. Boys and Girls Club of the Midlands,
Right.
and different clubs that they have.
Yep.
Because I said, the problem we talk about right now is that we've been consuming media in a silo
Yes.
and not together. And so what we do is we have our own approach to talking about film, bringing young people in.
Mhm.
And saying, well, what'd you see? What'd you hear? Why do you think the director used that music?
Mhm.
How did that make you feel? Do you feel manipulated? Do you feel moved? Do you feel emotional? And really allowing young people to understand, and by the way, people our age, because we do that for adults too.
Right.
But talk about what's cool and what's not. And what is truth and what is not truth? What is that director trying to do with us? And maybe what part of that is our work to go away with and think about our own humanity.
How did you get into this sphere of working? Were you an actress yourself?
I was
Were
an
you in
actor
theater?
for many years. Yeah, I did
Okay.
theater first, and then I was an actor in TV and film. And then I moved into documentary
Okay.
film. I ran a documentary festival for many years in Durham, North Carolina.
Okay, cool.
I heard you talking about South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Durham's a really special city, so I was there for a long time. And then my husband got a job in Minneapolis. He's still up there, and we kind of zip back and forth to see each other.
Okay.
But yeah, I now film streams because I love that film brings people together.
Okay. Yes, it does. It does. You guys, you got a very special event coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Well, it's actually this weekend.
This weekend?
Saturday. She is here Saturday.
What day does she actually get here? Does she get here Friday? Can we get her on the air?
I don't know that we can because she's pretty busy, but she comes in on the 18th. You're right. And needs to rest because I put her on a very early flight.
Okay.
And then on the 19th, we're having an event at the Dundee Theater, and we're talking about Kasi Lemmons.
Okay. Tell us more about Kasi.
Kasi Lemmons, which I hate that we even have to say this, but this is the most prolific Black woman director we have. You probably knew her first as an actor.
Mhm.
She was actually a child actor, but you would probably remember her best from Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
School Days, Spike Lee's
Yeah, yes.
School Days,
Mhm.
and Candyman.
Oh, yes.
So she was an actor, and then she became a film director, and her very first film was Eve's Bayou.
Wow.
So
Okay.
her first film, she hit it way out of the park.
Yes.
That film was entered into the National Registry.
Mhm.
It's a incredibly special film for many, many reasons. Samuel Jackson wanted to make that film.
Mm-hmm.
So took her about 4 years. It was the highest grossing independent film of its year in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
But she also made Eve's Bayou. After Eve's Bayou, she made The Caveman's Valentine with Samuel Jackson. She made Harriet, about Harriet Tubman,
Yes.
just a few years ago.
A few years ago. Yeah.
And Cynthia Erivo was nominated for Best Actress for
I
the
saw
Academy
Harriet.
Award. And you were talking about the Quakers earlier, because that's
all part of that.
It's all part of that. It
Yep.
really is part of that story.
Mhm.
She also made a film called Talk to Me. Do you know this film?
Mm-mm.
It's about Petey Green, who's DJ.
Hold on a second. What year did that come out?
Petey
I think
Green's
I
film?
think I did see that.
I think
'cause-
it's 2007.
yeah, I think I did see
It's
that.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I saw
Right?
that. Oh, okay.
And then there's another film we're showing of hers called Black Nativity. And Black Nativity is such a beautiful film. It's Forrest Whitaker and Jennifer Hudson, Angela Bassett. She adapted that play, which is written by Langston Hughes, but
Okay.
it's a musical film.
Right.
She also, though we can't show this because we don't celebrate opera, she wrote the libretto for Terence Blanchard's Fire Shut Up in My Bones.
Wow.
Which was the first African-American composer and librettist to be at the Met
Wow.
in the U.S. So
Very talented.
she's an amazing. And again, I'm like, why doesn't anybody know who Casey Lemons is? Why isn't she a household name?
You know why?
I know why.
Well, you know, we're a nonprofit radio station,
Mhm.
and you know, commercial stations, they always want to just go with the what's hot now versus the essence, the foundation of what made that hot.
Right. But I think it's not just that. I think it's also about, go where the money is.
Right.
And the fact is, women. So first of all, just so
Wait,
y'all know,
what-
so film streams,
Uh-huh.
we're the only cinema in the United States. And if there's another one, please give me a call. We are the only ones striving to get to 50% of our films on our screen to be directed by women.
Wow.
And
great.
that's hard because women are totally dominated by men in the film industry, especially behind the camera.
Yeah. See, and I talked about this earlier, passive aggressive behavior, because they might be passive because they see a young talent, but they're gonna be aggressive behind the scene to make sure that they shelve it, or they put as many obstacles as possible so that person don't elevate above them. And so, women are smart, y'all. They do have a creative mind, and so we gotta use 50% of what God has given. We got 50%, and the women got 50%, and we only use the male dominant viewpoint. How can we really get to the nurturing, the love that's necessary to bring it all together?
And give them the tools they need to succeed. So I mean, I know at this very moment, we have this dominant film that was produced and directed by women. However, if you look at the data, women represent usually about 2 out of 10. So of all the films made last year, out of 100 films, 4 women directed them. But if you look at women of color, and I mean all colors, it's usually less than 1%. Right now, it's slightly over 1%.
Right.
That tells me, and that means they have smaller budgets. They have smaller marketing budgets, so you don't know about the film.
Right.
They are working more in television and in documentary film. But again, the keys to the Ferrari are to make a film for the big screen.
Right. Now you've been in. Doesn't that cut out the variety of vision? That doesn't that stop? It's not worse for mankind?
Exactly. And I'll tell you, it's interesting. Obviously, I've spoken to Casey before she comes, and I'll be in discussion with her on Saturday night at the theater, and I hope y'all will come. When you talk about Eve's Bayou, I've heard her speak about it, and I knew Eve's Bayou from watching it, but when you listen to her talk about it, so think about this. Eve's Bayou does not have one white person, all the way down to the extras, in it. I can't think of another film like that, including Spike Lee's work. And she said something really interesting about it. She said, because we have lives outside of y'all.
Yeah.
This is our life. I'm portraying our life in the Bayou. This is our story. And that's in 1997.
Right.
Why haven't we had more of that? Why isn't that point of view valid?
Well, we need to talk to like I said, we mentioned earlier, white men to I mean, we all got flavor. To relinquish, to share. It's actually just called. It's come basically down to sharing.
That's it. That's exactly it.
It's just basically sharing.
There's nothing. And I'll tell you the other thing. Like in my old job, when we were in nonfiction, we had a free program for young people. It was called the School of Doc instead of the School of Rock, and they made documentaries, because my feeling was when I was younger, it was expensive to make films, right? We didn't have iPhones, we didn't have DSLRs, less expensive cameras. You had to buy your film stock. You had to, it was expensive, and if you got it, then you had to, produce that film stock so you could look at it and cut out what was bad and keep what was good. It was super expensive, right? Now it's just about knowledge, because the equipment's not expensive.
Right.
It's really just sharing knowledge. And all of the arts, if you ask me, are craft based. professions. So in other words, it's not like you don't have to go to school.
Right.
You have to sit with somebody who knows. Like if your dad's a plumber, you learn how to plumb, right? And if your dad was a filmmaker, you would learn how to make films. You would be
Right.
comfortable in that environment.
Right.
We have to broaden that out for people and make that more available.
Right out. So if is your I always drive around and ask God, what's my purpose of life? And so is your purpose is to create conduits of opportunities for the next film visionaries?
Yes, and actually, I think it's broader. I think it's to create a safe space for us to take in stories together and discuss. You know, we've forgotten how to sit with one another. We've forgotten how to be civil with one another. And even before that, my feeling is, listen, there was the ancient poet who was Black in Rome, Terence, said, "Nothing human is alien to me."
Right.
Well, to me, that's what film does. Film shows me nothing human is alien to me. I am a human being like every other human being. So why can't we know one another's stories? Because if you know somebody, there's this is another great quote. I'm sorry to do this.
No, go ahead.
There was a group that would bring Palestinians and Jews together, and their motto was, "An enemy is someone whose story I don't know."
Right.
So to me, that's what film does, is it gives us a place not to be apart in our homes. It gives us a place to force ourselves to be together, for me to sit shoulder to shoulder with you and hear when you cry and hear when you laugh. Because to me, a movie theater is a little like church.
You would I doubt it brings the human brings the emotion of the weakness and the joy. It brings all, like I said, all the emotions out of
That's right.
out of
and
of
it's
the whole
beautiful,
crowd.
and
Yeah.
it's sound, it's vision, it's all those things. And I think it also speaks to us on a level that that I think non-traditional learners can respond to film in a different way. In other words, than read this to me and regurgitate it on a piece of paper, right?
Right.
In school. Film can cut beyond that because it speaks to different parts of our brain and our soul. And I think Casey's films, she was a history major.
Okay.
She went to UCLA. She was a history major. Then she switched from acting to directing, moved to New York to make her work. But you feel that, like, would I know Petey Green's story if Casey Lemons hadn't told it?
I wouldn't. That was a great movie. Man, she I can't wait to meet her personally.
Yeah, she's really
I'm
a
really
special human
really
being.
excited. I'm really excited. I know I read the literature, but it means so much more when you hear someone else talk about it.
She's also deeply spiritual. She would talk about, and we'll talk about this on Saturday night. She talks about, somebody will say, "Why'd you make this choice in the film?" She's like, "Well, I heard Petey tell me to. I heard Harriet say I needed this." So I think she's also
So she's in tune with the
yes,
ancestors.
yes.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yes.
I can't wait to talk to her. Some people say this is controversial, but I love God. I had an opportunity to go to a conference in DC, and one of the elders got up and she said, "Well, we got Christianity, we got all these other religions, but we used to talk to our ancestors before all the religions, and then that's kind of like taboo in the current religions." And then I got back to Omaha and I was watching the movie Amistad.
Here we go.
And there was a scene where there's a white lawyer. So, man, we got no hope. And then I forget the black actor. He said, "Well, it's
Demon Hunts Truth."
Yeah, he said, "I'm going to pray." It says, "Up to my ancestors. I'm going to pray to my ancestors. My ancestor is responsibility to help me through this process." And so when you mention that she's in tune with her ancestors, and the ancestors talk to her, especially if they're trying to get out their story, I truly believe if we seek, we shall find. And I know my mama. I heard about Jesus, but I know my mama. And if I know my mama in heaven, I know she's going like this to God.
There you go. It's also time for us to correct some storytelling, right?
Yes.
And sometimes you need people of a community to tell their own story, not just to look at that community and tell that story for them.
Right.
So with Harriet,
I was sitting, we do these educational screenings, and we
Okay.
had some young people that'll be there on Saturday night. So we showed them Harriet,
Mhm.
and we brought in Paul Sanchez, who is our coordinator for education. And Paul sat with them, and he showed a picture, the picture we all think of Harriet Tubman, which is when she's older,
Right.
she's wearing the turban. And he said, "What do you see here?" And they're like, "Well, she looks like my grandma. She looks sweet." And then he showed the poster from the movie, right?
Mhm.
And she's got on like this red
Right.
man's coat. She's
Uh-huh.
holding a gun.
Right.
And he said, "Well, what do we think Casey Lemons is telling us about her here?" And it's kind of quiet. And this young girl in the end goes, "She's a badass." And it's interesting.
Yeah.
Casey doesn't choose to tell her entire life story. She
Right.
only chooses to tell that piece of her story,
Uh-huh.
and inform us. Again, there were Quakers, but there was also a time when the law changed, and slaves who had fled to the north, there was that opportunity for people from the south to come and retrieve them
Mhm.
legally. How terrifying would that be to anybody?
Right.
How terrifying
Right.
to really understand there are families separated, abused,
Right.
raped. Like, just to really set that table for us as a Black woman
Mhm.
is essential. And again, how many Black women filmmakers can you name on the big screen?
Casey.
There's Casey.
That's it.
There's
Well,
Gina Prince. Gina Prince Bythewood, who
I
made The
think
Woman King.
I think Felicia Rashad got to do some TV,
One
some
or
TV
two.
stuff.
There's a lot of TV. Ava
Uh,
DuVernay, very dominant in television.
right, yeah.
One or two films on the big
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, it's not too many. So
No, because there's not the opportunity,
right.
and we need to give them the opportunity.
So what's after this week?
Mhm.
Because my goal is to continue a relationship. Because I always want to be a motion picture cameraman, and you probably be the way to do it. So I'm gonna keep her close to me, y'all. I might be doing the next, I don't know, James Bond. I don't know, you never know. But no, what's the next? Because we talked about the future
Mhm.
and getting young ladies and young girls involved. Are you guys providing type of programming that's accelerating that those ideals, similar to what John Beasley Theater did,
Yeah,
nurturing
yeah.
those young actors?
So our mission is really, and because we're a nonprofit, we stick to our mission as closely as we can. Because as you know, if you're a nonprofit, you really got to stick to that mission. Our mission is about the conversation around watching film. However, the Latino Center, I've been chatting with them a lot.
Mhm.
They have a media fellows program, and I'm like, well, why not? They're like, when do you look at that work on the big screen? Because I have worked in filmmaking.
Mhm.
A lot of times what you see, particularly now with young filmmakers, is they look at it on their computer
Mhm.
and they're like, oh, that looks good.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, but when you blow that up,
The fixation.
it depends on
yeah.
the shot. But a shot that looks good on your computer would look soft necessarily. In other words, out of focus, blown up. It could be you're moving the camera too quickly. And when you pan on the big screen, it's going to that's going to
Right.
hurt my eyes. So there's a benefit to also seeing it on the big screen. So we've talked about, how do we put that work up for y'all and let you look at it and see it at scale? So that's one thing. We do
Okay.
have our education program, which is all year round.
Mhm.
And that's working with the public schools using film to help the teachers
Mhm.
in the classroom. That happens in the Ruth Sokoloff Theater.
Okay.
And then for nonprofits, the thing that I want everyone to know about is we have a program called Community Collaborations. So on a quarterly basis, you can apply if you would like to use film to talk about your own nonprofit or your own organization, what you're trying to do. Because again, I believe film gets people together to go,
Mhm.
oh, I get it now.
Mhm.
Now I understand,
Right.
right? And if you fill out that application, because we get more requests than we can do, right? We then have a group of volunteers in the community that look at all those applications and choose them. We try not to do more than 3 a quarter, so
Okay.
one a month.
Okay.
And then we share the ticket revenue. It's like, all right, we'll do all the advertising. You guys bring in some folks. We'll advertise it out to our folks. Let's have a panel discussion.
Okay.
Talk about the movie afterward. It's a wonderful opportunity to use film for your own nonprofit to do
Right.
that work.
Right.
So we're trying to do that. I do think our board would love to move into youth and filmmaking. It takes a little more planning on our part because,
Mhm.
like all the arts, we are hurting
Mhm.
We're hurting financially.
Yeah, without a doubt. From musicians on up and artists, everything. Everything is art. I mean, the design of this, it takes artists.
But you think about it, if so, let's look at all the arts together. You've got the symphony, you've got the opera, you've got ballet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Post COVID, you can go back to playing music, dancing, etc. And if your community wants those things, they need to invest in them.
Right,
But people don't think of movies like that.
right,
They think of movies as a transactional experience. I'm going to buy the ticket, and then we're done, right?
right.
So our ticket for members is $7, and for non-members it's $12. So it's cheaper than the average movie theater,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So out of that, let's look at Barbie. Barbie made all this money, right?
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of that do you think I have to send back to the studio? So
What?
of that $7 ticket,
All right, $7 tickets. You guys send maybe half.
62%.
Wow.
And that doesn't include sales tax, because all the legislatures in the last 10 years changed it that we have to pay sales tax on nonprofit
Wow.
art.
What?
Yep.
So
So every ticket is taxed, and then the studio takes back usually around 50%. Barbie's higher,
Mhm.
62%. So we're left we're left with a couple of dollars, right?
Wow. So you almost like a gas station.
Yeah.
Golly.
Thank you.
Well, I mean,
Thank you for feeling what I feel. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you
this
know
is
what I
why
mean?
it becomes
Wow.
so difficult. And people are like, why can't you just let me use your theater for free? I'm like, because we actually have people to pay. You know, we
Right.
try to pay higher than minimum wage for even the people that are working in concessions.
Right.
So there's our part-time workers. We have full-time workers, people like Paul, who are educational people.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot to make the place run.
Wow.
So that's why we can't do things necessarily for free. I think the other thing that I would love to do that is difficult,
Mm-hmm.
it was less difficult in Durham, North Carolina. Durham's half the size of Omaha,
Right.
but it's also a minority majority city. So even though it had been redlined, like we have been in Omaha,
Mm-hmm.
there was a way to get around. There was a way to get out into the public.
Right.
Well, we sit right on that east-west corridor, and that lack of north-south access for people is painful.
Well, the election season is coming up, and I might be running for politics, y'all. So we need to get advocates that's going to make sure that we are bringing all sides together.
Right, and not just
Because
coming
because
to our theater, working in our theater.
Yeah, I
like
mean-
being able to come and work and have a job and be a part of our family.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's necessary, y'all. But it starts at the top, so it could trickle down. But if not, us nonprofits got to start working together and start being that example and changing the minds of those on a different level. Our goal is to work with film streams, so we can create new stereotypes of love and working together and develop a conduit of opportunities for the next generation.
And a lot of women-directed films, again, I don't know that everybody would hear about unless they're getting our e-news or they're, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so that's the painful part of it, is you see these films that are just really, really well done,
Right.
and folks don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And by the time it comes to us, it's going to be leaving, right?
Right.
Like within a week or two.
Mhm.
And so if you miss it, you miss it. And
Right.
that's difficult.
So let's be intentional on localism, because Film Streams is one of those organizations that support localism, that support local talent, regional, and even that unseen national talent. Our goal is to develop that partnership so you guys will be in the know, without a doubt.
So can I tell folks, Casey will be
Mhm.
here Saturday night
Heck
at the
yeah.
Dundee Theater. You can buy tickets now. We still have tickets available.
Okay.
It is $25 for the event. If you want to come to the reception, it's $50.
Hmm.
But $25, come in. The event will start at 7. The reception starts at 6. If you feel so inclined to donate a seat to some of our young people, that is just another $25, and we'd be happy to open up another seat for some of the young folks that are coming. They
Mhm.
come from not just Boys and Girls Clubs of the Midlands. They come from Girls Inc.
Hmm.
and from the Latino Center this year, which are new partners for us.
Great.
So hopefully, what I saw last year, we brought in documentary women last year because
Mhm.
we have a more, A, I know a lot of women in the documentary field, but B, there's a breadth of talent among race. So we had Ramona Diaz, and we had Yoruba Richin, and we had Grace Lee, and we had Lucy Walker. And to see young people line up to ask them questions just fills your heart. So that's a nice thing, because you can't, if you don't see it, you can't be it.
Without a doubt. And I'm in this space because of what I saw at a 13-year-old going to my first TV set. School starts tomorrow, y'all. I got goosebumps. God is in the building. God is in the building. School starts tomorrow. I'm challenging parents to get involved with the PTA.
Mm-hmm.
Just begin there. I was involved with the PTA. You know what I mean? Parent Teacher Alliance.
How you have a voice in your school.
Yes.
It's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only way. Also, folks, we're still playing Casey's films this week.
Okay.
If you check out our website, filmstreams.org, they will only play they've been playing, but they'll continue playing for the rest of this week until she comes.
Great,
So
great.
please come see her work.
We'll be promoting it all week long. We have an ad running, so you'll have the 411 where you need to go, and all the information on how you can take advantage of this weekend. A great director. If you are an aspiring filmmaker, this is the best investment that you can invest in yourself. It's a self-investment. When you're in that type of room, you never know what type of opportunities might come out of that room, but you got to be in the room.
You do have to be in the room, that's for sure. You
Yeah.
never know. You never know.
You're gonna have a wealth of experts there to guide you through your process. You never know. On her next movie, she might need extra this or extra that, or a volunteer here, a volunteer there. This is how you get in the door, y'all. Sometimes it's by volunteering, but how can you volunteer if you don't meet the person that make the decision? So you can volunteer. You got to be in the room. I'm challenging you this weekend. If that's part of your destiny to be in the movies or to be the next actress or actor, you got to be in the room. All right.
And I just want Omaha to come out and honor this person.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, we're giving her our Wavemaker Award because of women in the film industry being so underrepresented behind the lens.
Mm-hmm.
It takes women like Casey Lemons to make waves, because our program for women is called See Change, but it's SEE, like you're seeing the change.
Yes.
And at the market level, if we go out and we buy tickets to more women-directed films, then more women will get to direct films.
Without a doubt. And women, it's more women than men. I really don't understand why y'all don't support each other when there's more women than men. Just by the sheer that you guys got daughters and that you women. So today is Tell the Truth Tuesday. I'm putting the pressure on everybody. So y'all women need to start supporting each other also. Without a doubt, who gonna love you more than you? You know what I mean? The divorce rate is high, y'all. So hey, they Tell Truth Tuesday. I can't get around it. But yes, it's more women. So make sure you guys support your daughters. And men, let's support our daughters, our aunts and nieces also.
Amen.
What's wrong with it?
Amen. I will say, all right, if we're telling the truth, I think Black women in Hollywood have done a better job of supporting one another than white women ever did. And if you look at Issa Rae and her company,
right?
If you look at a lot of the women, the Black female actors will call one another and be like, "What did they offer you that role? What did they offer you?
Right.
No, you should ask for more because they offered me that." Right. Like that was never the norm.
Wow.
Before, it's Black women that have done that. And I think that's really a powerful statement that, you know, if we support our young people and get them there, they can make change.
Mhm.
Issa Rae's a young woman,
Yes.
you know, and look at what she's done. Look at
Wow.
how she hires, the companies she started, what she represents now, music,
Mhm.
you know, that's a powerful testament to, if you get the power, what do you do with it?
Mhm.
And she shared it.
Without a doubt. That's how you do it. And so we need everybody to share, y'all. We need if everyone shared, it'll be a better world. You can only drive so many cars. You're gonna have so many houses. Just share, y'all. My mom always taught me, again, if someone treats you good, treat them better, because you might need them one day. And my mama's batting 1,000. So let's start treating people good, y'all. I'm telling you, it's gonna come back to us even more.
It's also, just so you know, for the last 10 years, there have been
Mhm.
3 universities tracking this. If a woman is the director of a movie, she always has a more diverse cast, a more diverse
Mhm.
crew. So it's just about supporting women. I'm not saying every woman's good.
Mhm.
I'm not saying every woman, you know, candidate or person that you want to go vote for is like
Mhm.
aligns with your personal beliefs. But in movies, what the numbers show is that if you hire a woman and she is in charge, she's going to hire more people and give more opportunities to people that haven't had it.
Right. Well, you know, mothers are mothers, and mothers can't get beyond loving and nurturing. It's part of their nature, y'all. So it's usually men that create war. I don't know if any women have created war, and not in my lifetime or
I can
or
think of
mankind.
a few. I can think of a few.
So, well, you can think that's only a few. That's only 3 out of all. So that ain't too bad.
It's true.
Omaha, the Burbs, the Bloods. Miss Hodge, is there anything else that we did not discuss? You want to make sure that we get across?
I'm just filled with gratitude that you invited me here. Thank you. Thank you for being such a gracious host.
Appreciate you. You are necessary.
Thank you.
This won't be the last time you visit. We want to make sure that we continue to create conduits of opportunity for the next generation.
Thank you, my friend.
I always want to be a motion picture cameraman. Now I'm into other medias, but it had to get introduced, and we want to make sure that we are part of that introduction. I know for a fact, if I wouldn't saw that TV studio, those lights and camera, I don't know if I would have took this path. So let's expose our young people to greatness. You never know what they're going to manifest. Again, tomorrow is school day. Man, I remember, oh man, I love school. I'm 58 though. I can't go back to school. I guess I could,
You can.
but I won't be able to enjoy it like I'm.
I don't know.
You think so? Man.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe.
Even never too old to learn. We get more time as we get older.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still learning. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We are going to be dropping knowledge all week long in regards to the opportunity to participate with film streams this weekend. They're going to be our partner. We're going to big old hugs.
Please
all
come,
year.
friends. Come.
Let's show out Omaha like we did this past weekend for our man Terrence Crawford.
Amen.
Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Again, we are out of here. Let me go to a commercial break, and we're going to take a couple pictures. Let everybody know that she was working here today. She was not playing hooky, y'all. She was actually working. Boss with us. We out of here, Instagram. Bye.
Jerome, I got something on my mind, homie.
So we'll have
Jerome.
Okay, yes.
Please come.